Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Hariji, go ahead.
Guruji, I feel the word Shanta Dharpam, that the word has to be taken and it has to be explained, and we have to analyze that word a little more, because many of us have got Dharpa, that I have studied Kathopanishad, I have studied this, I have studied Bhagavad Gita, I know Sanskrit. So a little bit of the Dharpa is there, and how can we pulverize this Dharpa, especially among us who is studying this Veda. So I, I request you very humbly, take that and help us to get our Dharpa pulverized.
All right, very good. How can we get our Dharpa pulverized?
Yeah, so
Okay. All
you
right.
must.
The best way to pulverize Dharpa is to understand what Dharpa is.
Yes.
What is Dharpa? If you have to ask, you tell me, Hariji, what is Dharpa?
It is a, it's a combination. Ahankara, everything is there inside. My ego, I know attitude.
I know attitude. Okay. Okay. I know attitude. I know it all. Let's put all also. I know
I
it
have
all.
studied. I studied. I don't have to. Okay, this I know. Even before you talk, also, oh, I have studied it in Kano.
Yeah, I've studied. I've studied. Yeah, you're too young. I studied from Chinmayananda. Then I went to
Yeah,
Path. Then I
yeah.
went to Jayananda. I've studied all these people. All, everything, all Advaita academics. All.
It comes even without my knowing.
So
The
next question. Next question. That's right.
Darpa supersedes my thinking
Right.
speed.
So therefore, without your knowing it comes, you said.
Yeah,
Underline that sentence. Without my knowing it comes. Something that comes without knowing, the only way to pulverize it is to know it. Okay? Is to know
yeah.
it, means analyze it. Oh, it's coming without knowing. That is the first way to pulverize. First step in pulverization. First step in pulverization is to acknowledge that it comes without my knowing. Good. Number one. Step one, recipe. Recipe में first step यही है. Two is to understand it comes without my knowing. Second step, what is Darpa? What is Darpa? Darpa is an emotion that gives me an exaggerated idea of self, exaggerated idea, right? Of myself. I am accomplished is one thing. I think wrong in saying I am accomplished in certain ABCD. That's correct. I've done this ABCD. That's a fact. That's a fact. But then, because of that, I am better than you.
Veda Buddhi.
Veda Buddhi. Because of that, I am better than you. I am better than you. And therefore, you must respect me. All kinds of problems from there. All kinds of problems can happen from there, right? I am better than you. Therefore, you be careful what you tell me. And I'm too good. And so you don't understand me. And you better respect me. Anything can happen from there. Anything can happen depending on the level of them. So it happens without my knowledge. It gives me an exaggerated sense of I, which means what? A sense of I which is not proportional, which is disproportionate to what I am. Okay. Third, it is used for things which cause bheda. You already said, which increases the bheda, which only nourishes the bheda drishti. Correct? Nourishes the bheda drishti. If it nourishes the bheda drishti, then what? Should I nourish it or should I not nourish it? I should say no. I have to find a way to not entertain this emotion. It's an emotion finally. Not entertain. So that means every time this happens without my asking, without my permission, it happens, it comes. Immediately, what should I do? I should say, okay, it has come without my permission. And it is of no use to me because, why is of no use to me? Why it's of
Because
no, is it
it
useful?
it damages me. It
Okay, good. No, because it accentuates the Bheda Drishti. It
yeah.
nourishes the Bheda Drishti. Yeah, damage
It,
and all.
it it acts exactly opposite to what I want to achieve.
And therefore, when it comes, you have to tell yourself that it is going to take me in the direction opposite of the direction I want to go.
Yeah.
Opposite of the direction I want to go. I want to go this side, it's going to take me backwards.
Without my knowledge, I don't even know that I am going backward, but I
And
am
then
going.
now, but once you keep repeatedly doing this, doing what? Doing acknowledging that it has come without my permission. And number two, it's going to take me backwards. And I don't want to go backwards. I do want to go forwards towards Abheda Drishti. And therefore, I am not going to entertain Darpa Buddhi, even though I got it, right? I have it now. Even though it has come without my permission, it has entered my house. When somebody entered your house, you have the right to say, I've told get out to many people. I am going to use that attitude, get out attitude to Darpa also. That practice, that constant practice is needed. That constant practice will be needed until you don't need to practice it anymore. Why? Because the Darpa doesn't enter you anymore. Darpa got the idea, oh, this guy doesn't like me. Therefore, I will not enter his house. Sooner or later, the guy gets the idea. That is the only way to get rid of Darpa. Only way to get rid of that. It's not difficult. You just have to put it in practice. If you think it's a problem, you have to do the opposite. Viparita, viparita bhavana abhyasaha. Here, viparita bhavana abhyasaha is
Pratipaksha bhavana.
pratipaksha bhavana. That's what I had. Pratipaksha bhavana. Okay, Hariji.
I have one more doubt. It is not connected directly with the Upanishad which you were teaching, but the word which we use very frequently, that is prarabdha, sanchita, and agami karma or vasana. What exactly prarabdha, sanchita, and agami? It was from Sanskrit word. When you say prarabdha, how do you prarabdha? Yeah, I've heard elsewhere, but I could not understand.
Right, right. So the the entire karma, the whole, the whole karma balance that a jiva has, okay, is called
Yeah.
sanchita karma. It's called
Okay.
sanchita karma. Sanchi in Telugu means bag. Sanchi.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that same bag, that entire bucket of karma, bag of karma, called sanchita karma. That is just bagged. It's all bagged up and it's just waiting. It is ready for me. Well, my name is written on the bag.
Yeah.
Like in our suitcases when we travel, those days they used to put a sticker with our name on, and
Yeah.
suitcases they used to put a name on. And like that, my name is stuck in my Sanchita. That's called Sanchita. Then what happens? Then Prak Arabdham. Arabdhat Prak. What happens? Just before another life begins,
Yeah.
before another life, before Prak means before,
Okay.
what happens? A portion of that Sanchita karma is less just budding. It's imagine the tree giving a bud, giving a bud, and then bud becomes a flower, right? Which part of the tree, which branch, where the bud is going to come, you won't know. Correct? Hello.
Yeah. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, and I'm watching you also, right? So I want to see some response.
Yeah.
Feel free to shake your head, no or yes. Okay. So,
Okay.
which part of the tree, which branch, and within the branch where the bud is going to come, you don't know. Correct?
Okay.
Suddenly it comes like that. Prak arabdham. Before it starts, some portion of the sanchita is just budding out like that, about to separate, right? Like the child separates from the mother's womb, right?
Yeah.
It's just coming out. That's called prak arabdham.
Prak so means
Prak means
once
before. Prak
before.
means before.
Okay.
Before the birth of the jiva,
Okay.
some portion of the sanchita has to collect and then it has to bud out like.
Okay.
And then after that it separates, and then that amount only, that amount of karma that came out of the sanchita alone will play out in this jiva. Correct?
Okay.
There are so many other karmas waiting, but those karmas don't have any chance for some more time.
Okay.
So that is called prarabdha, prarabdha karma. But then since free will is there with this jiva,
Yeah.
if it is human being, if it is not a human being, over. Game is over.
Then, yeah.
It's bhoga shariram, and then gone. And then back. But if it is a human being, there's another type of karma, because this guy is now creating karma also.
Agami.
Aga. That is called agami. Agami means future. Future. Agami. Also called, word for it, uh, called
Priyamani also.
Kriyamanam karma. Correct. Kriyamanam karma. Means the karma that is now being created. Right now, as we speak, this jiva is creating karma. Kriyamanam karma. Agami karma. Not there in the past, but now it's going to be there in the future. That is called agami karma. This is how traditionally they have divided karma. Traditionally, this is how they have divided. And where will the agami go? If you ask, will it go back to Sanchita or what? We don't know. We don't know. Agami is there right now. I created some more punyam for myself. I created punyam. Where will the punyam go? We don't know. Gahana karma.
Agami is only for me. No, for a jnani there is no agami.
Okay, now you are bringing another concept. You are bringing suddenly a jnani you are bringing. Did you understand these three karmas are not first? First question, let's answer.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on from this topic, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You understood the three karmas, right? Three types.
Yeah. No, the meaning I could I could understand earlier, but now I got the real crux, the real meaning of it.
Why it's called Sanchita, why it's called Prarabdha,
Yeah.
why it is called Aga. Right.
Yeah.
So your next question is?
The agami is only for me, not for a for a jnani, is it not?
Oh, I see. See, not only for me, not for an enemy. Only for one who doesn't know. Correct. One who takes oneself to be a karta.
Yeah.
The karma sticks to the karta.
Yeah.
And so they say for a jnani, since there is no real kartrutvam, there is only abhasa kartrutvam. Abhasa kartrutvam means what? Negated kartrutvam. Negated kartrutvam. Jnani also has kartrutvam. How do you know? Because without kartrutvam, no activity is possible. If you call a sanya and wise person Swamiji and then the person responds, does the person have kartrutvam or not?
Yeah.
Can you answer this question if he says and if he answers? Does the person have kartrutvam or not?
Yes.
Obviously it is there. Obviously it is there. It's called abhasa kartrutvam. Without kartrutvam, no vyavaharam is possible. So abhasa kartrutvam means what? Kartrutvam is there but understood as mithya. Understood as not my nature.
Negated kartatvam.
Negated completely. Karta is me, but I am not karta. Therefore, they say that the wise person does not gain any karma, any new karma.
Yeah.
But prarabdha, since it is already budded out, nobody can do anything about that. Prarabdha will continue. And sanchita, what about sanchita? So much karma is there in the account. So much karma is there. And nobody is there to own up that karma. It's just, it has become orphaned. It has become orphaned. Orphaned. So, there are two views about that. Two views. One view is that it's totally orphaned and it just dissipates because it has nothing. It's just hanging. That's one view. And it's gone. No owner is there to take it up. Another view is no, that karma has to fructify somehow. How can you say it just dissipates like that? And karma cannot dissipate. Therefore, it will continue to affect people. Not this karta anymore. Other kartas are there. So then Tattvabodhakara says, Ye jnaninam nindanti stuvanti, etc. He talks about. Says those who respect and value that jnani, they get all the punya of the jnani. Those who criticize this jnani, it is papa karma. And so, from where will the papa come? This jnani, if at all had any papa, and all of us are mishras anyway. And so that papa karma will come to this jnani, to all the other people who are doing ninda of the wise person.
In
Like
fact,
that.
one point in this place. In fact, I got this reply when I commented on a
So
post
one second.
Hindu.
One second. Let me finish. That's another one view. Another view is that, hey, wait a minute. Kartrutvam is already superimposed on Atma. Suppose the person dreamt. Or the person dreamt. A dream was there. And dream is not an ordinary dream. Our dreams are all highly vivid and it's all real only. Real life dreams only they are. Real life dreams. And suppose that person who dreamt in the dream, that person committed a murder and the judge gave a sentence, life sentence. Life sentence. Correct? In the dream, this guy got a life sentence. The dreamer got a life sentence. And then he wakes up. Something, life sentence, therefore he's sad, the family members are all sad, they're all crying, he goes to jail. And then somebody shakes him and then he wakes up. Okay? That life sentence, how is it going to get fulfilled? Life sentence is a life sentence, okay? As long as the person is alive, he has to pay for it. And all the penalty and fines and there's so many things that has to be done. The victim, who's going to pay the fines to the victim? Who's going to serve the jail sentence? The answer is the dreamer doesn't exist. And therefore, a non-existent dreamer who committed a non-existent crime on a victim who is now non-existent, and the judge, you say a non-existent judge gave a non-existent punishment. What are you talking? How can a non-existent punishment be served? That's one view. Says no, everything is mithya. Everything is like dream. And therefore nobody, that karma doesn't exist anymore. That's it. It's all abhasa now. It's all like dream. Like the dream punishment just went away. You just woke up just with one stroke. You said, all that is gone. You just, oh, thank God, it was all a dream. That's it. One stroke, everything is gone. Correct? Just jnanam. Everything is gone. Karma koti.
Sublimation.
You use whatever word you want, sublimation, neutralization, disappearance, vaporization, etc. You say. That's your choice. But what do you understand by that word? That's what I'm interested
It is no more with him because that is all his karmas were all appearance. It is not reality. So his karma sanchita or agam, prarabdha karma, whatever balance is there, it becomes only, it is not a reality, it is only like in the dream, it becomes an appearance, like oasis.
Yeah. So it was an appearance. Now, after the dream is over, it doesn't exist at all. Or doesn't even exist.
It never
Very-
existed and it doesn't exist.
Yeah, never existed. Some people may not agree with that. It
Okay.
existed. It does existed. How do I know it existed? Because this guy was sweating. This guy's pulse rate you can measure. It is high.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, he himself is saying, "Thank God it was a dream." Why should he say, "Thank God it was a dream"? Because
Well,
dream existed. The experience existed. The anxiety was there. Okay, jail sentence. Judge issued the sentence. All graphic scenes are all there. It all existed. Without that being real, how can the heart rate change? Therefore, you can't say it did not exist. And you can't say it exists also. Because if you say it exists, it must exist now also. Why it's not existing? Therefore, it's called anirvachaniyam. Anirvachaniya maya.
That explains the Agami karma, right, Jay Kumarji?
What explains agami karma?
I mean, like in the example that you gave, I feel like it fits the Agami karma of a Jnani because it is Abhasa Kartrutvam, right? It's not actually. Yeah. But then I thought Hariji was asking about Sanchita karma, right? What happens to that in the end? We talked about the two views, but I don't think the example you gave quite fits what happens to Sanchita karma, right?
Okay, so what happens to the Sanchita karma of the dreamer? See, the guy who committed a murder had a lot of Sanchita karma. His,
Yeah,
his
but this was
karma is
before he
unfold.
became a. This is before he became a jnani, right? So he accrued that karma already. It's already in the bag.
Where is that bag? That dreamer's karma, where is it gone?
that
Dreamer
is,
had dreamer had Sanchita karma or not?
Um.
You see, if you are
So
going to talk about agami karma of the dreamer, you have to talk about Sanchita karma of the dreamer and prarabdha karma and therefore Sanchita karma also.
this Sanchita karma, Jnani will not have because
See, don't worry about Jnani now. We are talking about the dreamer. See, it's a very beautiful.
okay,
We want to stay with the example.
okay.
So, dreamer. Let's talk about the dreamer. Did the dreamer have Sanchita karma or not?
So the dreamer, when he's in the waking state, he was doing karma, right? So he did accrue. He did accrue punyam and papam for that.
Okay. And what was the cause of the birth
What
of this? What was the cause of the birth of that dreamer in the dream?
cause of the birth of the dreamer?
Yes.
It is the karma which is there already.
No, but Guruji, for him, Jiva doesn't exist anymore, right? Because he's now gone beyond Jiva. So my feeling is it's not about himself anymore. He doesn't see an individual who had a dream, and that feeling is gone actually, right?
Individual who had a dream. I mean, he acknowledges that it was a dream, it was a nightmare also. He says all that. He acknowledges everything. I am the one who dreamt. It was not a good dream. Yes, I went to jail. And the thought of The thought of spending the rest of the life in jail was just horrible. And it's a crime. It's just too. It was a mess. It was a total mess. Thank God it's all a dream. He acknowledges everything. He acknowledges. Thank God also he says. Why thank God? Why should he thank God for it? Why should he say all that? Because for him it was all real, absolutely real. And okay, so in that case, that agami karma, which is now part of Sanchita karma. Agami karma, if you say, okay, at least Drishta Palam, we are not even talking. See, we are not even talking about Agami karma right now. We are only talking about Drishta Palam. Life sentence is a Drishta Palam. It's not Agami karma, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Hariji is thinking, I think.
No. It is Agami, no?
What is Agami?
For when he is doing the work, when he is doing the karma currently, and Agami, technically it accrues. But
But
since
he's getting
he
the palam
doesn't
at the
have,
same.
since he doesn't have, since he has already an abhasa kartrutvam, the karma doesn't stick to him.
No. You're talking about Jnani again. We're not there yet.
Now,
We're
for
not,
us, yes, because I have a kartrutva bhavana, so the agami karma and associated karma bhala will be there, which is accrued to the sanchita karma.
that is waking state. We are talking about the dream state. We are still talking about the
Because it's still in the same dream. It is drishtapalam, not agami, because it's not being put away for some other time, right? To be
so therefore, if we come back to waking state now. If somebody commits a wrong act, commits a murder, let's say, okay, uh, the person is going to get two types of results, right? One is drishtapalam. Drishtapalam is what I experience now already. What I experience now is I experience the guilt of having killed somebody, and I experience the punishment given by the state, by the country, by the courts. All that is drishtapalam. Drishtapalam is unfolding, but that is not agami karma.
right.
Agami karma is adrishta. Not only do I have drishtapalam, but there is further some result, papam, that is going to accrue to my account,
Later.
which I don't know how it's going to fructify. This I don't know at all. And so that is agami. So what Bhagya is saying is, hey, in the dream, when you gave the example of this punishment and life sentence, that life sentence is really drishtapalam. We're not even talking about adrishtapalam, agami karma. Yeah, so I'm asking, drishtapalam itself, how are you going to experience? If drishtapalam itself can't be experienced, how adrishtapalam can be experienced?
No, I'm okay with that example. In that case, even the adrishtapalam um, uh, is gone because there was it was only abhasa kartrutvam. But I'm worried about the karma of the waker, right, who went into the dream, right? There was some, like, before the prarabdha of that janma, he already had some sanchita karma, right? And it's only a portion of that sanchita karma that he experienced, and then he became a jnani in that life, right? And then he stops accruing any more karma or putting anything more in the sanchita bag. But there is already some sanchita karma, right, in the bag. What happens to that was my question. I think once he becomes a jnani, I understand that it's all abhasa kartrutvam, so there is neither agami nor drishtapalam even.
There comes the term free will. During a jnani's life, with his free will, he comes out. He does so much of karma without kartrutva bhavana that all the sanchita karma and vasanas are getting evaporated.
But the jnani has no sanchita, right? Meaning he doesn't have any karma. Concept of karma itself, that with jnanam, I think the ajnanam of
If
karma.
at all, I mean, that part.
He doesn't have kartrutva buddhi. He is akarta totally. And whatever he does, he doesn't have kartrutva bhavana, though he does karma, nitya karmas, and other karmas he does for lokabhi hetu. He doesn't own up the phalam. Even he gives up even the punyas. He doesn't accumulate. Totally, he doesn't have kartrutva bhavana. So he doesn't want to enjoy the punyam also what he does in this janma. He totally neutralizes karma. Then only he is a jnani.
So come back to the point here. So to conclude the discussion, so we understand that agami karma is not there for a jnani. Prarabdha karma, because it unfolded before the birth, prak, and so it has to continue. Once it starts, once the stone is rolling down the hill, it has to roll all the way down the hill and stop by itself. Nobody can stop it. All right, that part is also clear. The last part is the sanchita karma. What happens? This is the question. So all I was saying is there are two views about that. One view is that sanchita karma can't just vaporize just like that, disappear from the face of the universe. Okay, that's somewhere in the universe, and it will affect other people who are related to the jnani in some way, positively related or negatively related. Like that, there is a view. And the other view is what? Just like the karma of a dreamer just vaporizes completely upon waking up. Because the guy said, I gained punyam also. He did some punyam also. Then in the dream, he was saying, oh, a lot of papam I've gained. Everything he says, he talks about punyam and papam. He talks about punyam and papam. So what happened to all that punyam and papam? If we ask the waker what happened to that. Waker will just throw his hands up and say, I don't know. I'm free. That's all he will say. You decide whatever. You decide. You let it happen. So I'm out of this game. You guys discuss. Like that, he'll go and walk away. That's all he will say. I don't bother about all this. I'm not involved in all this. It was a dream. It's gone. That's it. Over. That's what he will say. He'll throw his hands up and walk away. That's what some people say. Now, to me, I go with that. Reason is this. Because the amount of sanchita karma we have is how much? This much?
Koti Janma.
Anadi janmas.
Kodi
Anadi janmas.
Kodi.
Kalpa koti shataidam. Koti janma is not enough. For 100 times koti, and then 100 times koti kalpas. You have to put kalpa there. Each kalpa is 2000 Brahmaji years, which is whatever. So, therefore, there is no question of quantifying sanchita karma the way you quantify how much vegetables are there in your refrigerator. No, that's not the way to quantify this thing. It won't work. That mathematics will not work. And therefore, I find it hard to accept Tattvabodhakara statement. Tattvabodhakara said it because what he said is true in a way. But that if I criticize a jnani, it is a papa karma. By itself, it's a papa karma. It doesn't mean that his papa karma is going to come to me. Hey, I will get papa karma just because of that act. That statement is true. That is the way I take it. So you think about it. I think this trying to put some addition and subtraction on sanchita karma will not work. After a point, it won't work. This neutralize. See, Buddhism and all, they say seven. Prasad, they say what, 7 janmas or something like that, no? Some things like that they say.
Normally they don't talk about janmas. It is like the same way. I mean, it keeps the continuous of the stream of consciousness as it moves janma to janma till the point it realizes. So there is no specific.
In the point it realizes, okay, which is not different from what we say. But what about the number of leaves in a tree and all they talk about, right? That is so many janmas as there are leaves in the tree means too many janmas. That's what they say.
Yeah, I think that might be the later on evolution, but basically Buddha never talked about it in the real sense. The other we mentioned, right? The four are there: the Sautantrika, Vaibhashika, Madhyamika, and Yogachara. These are the other four Yogachara. These are the other four inclusive of Charuvaka and Jaina. The six Nastikas. Yeah. So
right.
All of these, I mean, they don't talk about number of. They only talk from breath and then to mind and then to sunya. So that's how they evaluated one after the other.
So, concluding the discussion, I prefer to go with the fact that the karma, sanchita karma of a jnani has no owner, and therefore it's vanished, as good as vanished.
It goes unclaimed, basically. Left.
Yeah, because karma anyway, it's all karana, sharinam, etc. So it's unfructified. So unfructified just vanishes. It's like the roasted seed. Shankaracharya says somewhere. If you roast a seed, the seed is very much there, but it can't give birth to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Neutered a seed. It's all neutered. All the karma is neutered.
The connection is gone. Yeah.
Good discussion. Thank you. We'll continue. Okay.
I have taken too much of your time.
Guruji, one more thing I wanted
My
to
apology.
No, that's fine. Yeah. What is it, Meera?
I just wanted to share. Can we also say darpa can be pulverized if you acknowledge your whatever you attribute as success to people who have helped you or the situations, circumstances. I mean, everything. Owing the success to everything else will actually make your darpa,
Gratitude.
Right. No, exactly. No, very important. There is no, darpa is illegitimate. It's an illegitimate feeling that I have accomplished.
So maybe
But Meera is saying that there are too many factors involved in the success of a person. Too many factors, including plants and including the bacteria that are working hard in the large intestine. That's why if you take antibiotics, you get diarrhea because you're killing the good bacteria. So we have to thank the bacteria also. They are also working hard, known and unknown.
So consciously making an effort probably will actually help us.
Yes, consciously, actually. Yeah. So Hariji, you got that, no?
Yeah.
Acknowledging that there is way too many factors.
Yeah.
Even to study Upanishad, somebody says, I studied 10 Upanishads means, hey, tell me how you studied. I listened to him, heard this, that, etc. But you had time to do all that? Yeah, I got time somehow. So many people are there. Ask them if they have time. You ask the senior citizens if they have time. They don't have time.
They don't.
Somehow you got time. Oh, good employer, he was nice to me, etc. Yeah, you thank everybody. You start thanking everybody, and then the list will keep on building. So there is no room for darpa after that. So, good point.
No, if we now look, even the 100 rupees salary that I am getting, the real effort that I have put to get that 100 rupees salary, 99 rupees effort has been put by others. I myself have put only 1 rupee effort.
No, you shouldn't say that.
My assistant, so many people around, including the farmers.
See, no, wait. No, you shouldn't go that far. You have to be practical. People are not stupid. Business people are not stupid people. They are very smart people. When they give you 100 rupees, they give you exactly what's due to you. And all the other people, assistants also are getting salaries. They're also getting salary. Okay, it's all fine. But the situations demand a lot more. And so you got your 100 rupees for your job, but your life depends on too many factors.
Yes.
Salary being just one part of it. Today, if I'm well, I'm healthy, if I say, that is thanks to all the things, my immune system is working for me, constantly working, constantly killing all the outside, germs and all that. So otherwise, there's no chance of, living this long. So, good. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasahastaya Sarva Maya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Guruji. Thank you.